Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back. My name is Nick, and we are playing Call of Cthulhu, a suggestion made by a friend of mine for a game to play. And it's interesting. It's not quite what I expected it to be. I don't know what I expected it to be. I think I expected it to be more of like an Amnesia type game, or to have some more gameplay involved. Especially considering that it's supposed to be based on a tabletop RPG, but a lot of its decisions are just, you have this much skill points, you can proceed. Whereas this more plays out like an adventure game, which is fine. Though you can see quite easily...
A rope and a hook. Could use that to hold the reservoir back.
Relatively thick rope to which a metal hook is attached. It must be used to pick up heavy materials. It looks strong enough to take the weight of a tank. This plays out more like an adventure game, though it's clear that the developers of the game could have used more money, or at the very least more time on things like animation. Because that I think probably is the main... Like, when you see characters animate themselves... Like, you look at Amnesia, and Amnesia doesn't really have many characters. Like, it has one character who's, like, behind a jail cell, and otherwise it's just the Cthulhu creatures that are chasing you down. This key opens the offices of the whaling station. Alright.
Fuller was a crew member too. Interesting.
Wednesday, 23rd, June 1847. The morning is biting cold. The creature made us work hard. Half of my crew is dead. I've never seen such a thing. I do not even know how to describe what happened. It's as if the creature was talking inside our heads. Some of my men went crazy and jumped overboard. This thing is not a whale. It's far bigger. I don't even know how to describe it. It practically gutted our ship with these tentacles. I don't know how my harpoon finally pierced the skull of this monster. The crew is in a sorry state. Fuller looks after the injured, but some will not recover. So, did they actually kill the dreamer? Is that what happened? And then, because they partook of its flesh, they have been essentially trapped within said nightmare.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
These are the last entries of the pastor's wife. Her husband ordered his faithful to come together for a final ceremony in honor of Leviathan. She fears that the pastor will ask them to sacrifice themselves to this abomination. She tried to escape. This is probably why her body was found in a cave under the mansion. Oh.
Looks like a page from a log from 1847.
53 north, 53 west. We are starving. The fish seems to have deserted these waters. If I don't quickly find an answer to this crisis, Fitzroy could well set off a mutiny. Each day more and more men believe in his tales of a miraculous catch. Merciful God, help me. 57 north, 51 west. We sighted an enormous whale further to the south, the biggest we've ever seen. Fitzroy keeps telling the men that this is the miraculous catch he promised them. We will catch it and bring it back home to feed our families. Okay, so the dreamer wanted to be caught, I presume. Do I have to climb all the way back up the ladder? I have to climb all the way back up the ladder, don't I? Were there 2 ladders or just the one? Huh. Oh yeah, there are 2 ladders. So there's the long ladder that I had climbed down to get here. And that has... That had this locked door that was up top.
It mentions the Leviathan, how it drove the sailors mad.
The whole crew has descended into madness. They speak of dreams, visions of a nightmarish city and a sleeping god. Madness. I locked myself in my cabin. I won't be able to hold out for long. Fitzroy has 12 men on his side. They sacrificed everyone who tried to stop them to their new god. Or they murdered everyone. I beseech you, Almighty God, to have pity on our souls. This will be my last prayer. I can hear them whispering. Oh, or is this just the alternate path? This is just the alternate path. Let's see if we're supposed to hook that rope onto this thing.
I'll be lucky if it's still sharp enough. Doesn't work. This handle moves the reservoir. If I can get some momentum, it might work as a ram. Doesn't work.
Huh. How do I get some momentum? Like, I'm guessing the rope is involved. That I picked up. Or at least that's what I presume.
Doesn't work.
Let's do a little bit more exploration. See if there's something I missed. Or, yeah, let's head downstairs. There might be something that I missed, or there might be something more contextual. Like, I'm supposed to move that thing back first.
Sarah Hawkins was probably taken behind this huge door. Got to find a way to get through.
Like, I know I have to use the rope with the hook. I presume that much. I feel like that is a safe assumption. But what am I actually supposed to interact with? Okay.
This tank seems strong enough to break down the door.
I seem to focus more on the tank itself. I looked down, not up. So now I just need to go back over here, focus up top.
This should stop the cart from moving. This should help me get the tank swinging.
And then
I need something to cut the rope to release the tank against the door.
that would be what the rusty knife is for. Kablooey! Knock, knock. What movie is that from? I want to say there was a movie where a character, like, just blew open a door and then just says, knock, knock. but I don't remember which one. So, extra bonus points if you know which movie I'm talking about? Okay. It does not seem like it's going pretty good on this side.
What is that thing?
Stellar larva, offspring of the earth. Leviathan is seen, feared, worshipped, and named by men. It is linked by its dreams to the one who sleeps, and will not find rest until its divine progenitor is free. There is no greater predator on Earth, and yet this being that feeds on huge creatures will never directly attack men. It will instill fear, the dreams a relay, and finally madness into the minds of those it chooses to serve its designs. Cursed are those who cross its path, and more cursed still those who hear its voice, because for them no salvation in death.
No. Sarah?
It is the Leviathan. Oh, is somebody calling us? Are we receiving a call? Is it Cthulhu? I do not accept the charges.
Hello.
Why does my typewriter say loyal on it?
Who is this? The quest for truth requires sacrifice. There's no room for compassion.
Who's there?
Your stubbornness at wanting to help others who would have deserted you is a weakness. Fate leads us inevitably to solitude, and in one's final moments, one is always alone. You can't escape it forever. It will always find its way. Damn it!
It's
Everything
the crew of the
points back to the
Scylla.
day they brought
The Scylla.
in that thing.
There's Dr. Fuller up front, still wearing his trademark sunglasses. As he is known to do. The harpoon Hamilton stuck in the beast's brain probably explains why. The fascinating creature possesses incredible regeneration capacities. The consumption of some parts of its body provokes various effects on humans. Hold on. So the town has been largely feeding on...
While the sailors were going insane, Fitzroy and the mutineers took over the ship. And probably killed the captain.
Fitzroy encouraged the men all day. They are in shock and can't overcome their trauma. They say they can hear the screams of their comrades turned mad. Some of them hurt themselves in a desperate attempt to stop the visions that haunted them. Others chose to embrace them. Fitzroy is one of the latter. He named the beast Leviathan because he believes in his biblical nature. I told him to get rid of it before it's too late. This thing is not the work of God. All right. What do? Oh, that door just closes. There's the Leviathan. Let's not look at it. Have they been just continuously and slowly chopping it up
Eat
into?
his flesh while he's still alive.
And he's still alive after all these years. Oh, because of its regeneration abilities. It's always regenerating itself, meaning that it always feeds the town. Thusly, why it's so miraculous. Can I pick this lock? I can. Good job, kid. Now to save the day.
Learn to obey.
Ah, finally awake. How do you feel, Mr. Pierce?
I've been better.
Son of a bitch! I'll kill you!
No, I'm not even really with you. Well, to be perfectly precise, I am with you. But not in this cell.
What have you done to me?
Me? Nothing, really. See, it's one of the exquisite effects of this incredible creature.
Leviathan!
I see you already know about it.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Shall
I
we
got the word.
begin?
Let's not begin and say we did. I thought I selected don't take the treatment. Let's say don't eat the meat. It's forcing you to. Nom 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 nom.
Let me take a sample from you. Flesh, blood, spinal fluids. Don't fear. I created the mythological ichor from Leviathan's flesh. Who knows what I can make with you?
Oof.
I need your body for my research.
Killed him.
A necessary sacrifice that proves your determination.
What does that mean then? I selected no each time, but Fuller still dies. Alright, Sarah, got any answers for...
Find the truth and be free.
Where did I get that ring, by the way? The ring that's on my finger. Oof. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 doors. Alright. Let's try the closest one. Huh. All the other doors kind of materialized in as I was walking in.
Nothing's happening.
Alright, this is pretty interesting. Oh my gosh. Is that a false path? Are there false paths? Oh, because I can... Never mind. I got it now. The false paths present themselves, but I can see the true path from the beginning. Hold on. Let's go back over here, and then I could probably see only... When I go over here, I'll probably only see only one switch. And it is facing kind of to the right there. Which means that I can go over here. And I still only see one switch. That is good. It is this one.
Nothing's happening.
Okay, so there's that switch on the right. But this actually isn't there. Huh. All of the switches are on the right. Okay, let's back it up. It is connecting to that pipe. So it is this one over here. Are we good? What events have I just set in motion? I've done something. Okay, let's try that again. Now that we know we're actually supposed to run a little bit faster. Specifically in this direction. Nope. Ah. There. Yeah, things aren't looking particularly good. Did the Leviathan want me to blow it up? Because it seems that's what I'm doing. That I'm blowing it all up.
Pierce!
Fitzroy.
Time to hoist the white flag. We're not gonna hurt you.
I won't go without a fight.
I mean, I don't have any bullets, but...
You think you're here of your own accord?
Stay back, or I'll put a bullet in your head.
Our Supreme Oracle has spoken. You will follow your destiny.
What?
In his awakening.
Start shooting. Yeah, I feel as though diving into the water was a pretty big mistake.
I followed your wanderings, your choices.
Although I suppose that's an interesting thing this is bringing up. Like, this is a game in which you're given choices, but if your choices are always kind of guided by Cthulhu...
And as I predicted, you have come to free me.
If your choices are always guided by Cthulhu...
Awaken and call him.
Then you never really have choices. It's always the illusion of choices. So even if you don't necessarily have a choice, that is still meaningful to the storyline. Pierce finally met Leviathan in flesh and blood. The monstrous creature submitted him to a series of ordeals, at the end of which he decided that the detective was ready to face his destiny. Pierce blew up the whaling station, and after final confrontation with Leviathan, he passed out. So, like, a lot of the reviews that I read for this game were complained about the idea that you don't really... Like, your choices don't really matter so much. It's only these final few choices that you really have. Though, to be fair, from, like, a narrative perspective, like, that is what they were going for. Like, from a narrative perspective, you had to seem like you had no choice. But...
The voice... I can't hear the voice anymore.
But I think that's going to be it for now. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.